Hello students, welcome back to the session number 7 of the chapter rational numbers. Children, today we are going to recollect first the definition of closure property under addition as well as under subtraction. Later we will be learning closure property under multiplication as well as divisions. See children, in our previous session we have learnt closure property under addition for rational numbers. We know that sum of any two rational numbers is again a rational number. Sum of any two rational numbers is again the rational number. This is what we learnt with the same example. So, if the sum of any two rational numbers is again a rational number, then the rational number set is said to follow. Rational number set is just one term which you are going to learn in later class 11th. Set is one sort of collection of numbers, collection of objects. Here set is referring collection of rational numbers. So, rational number set follows the closure property since sum of any two rational numbers is again the rational number. This is how we learned. Mathematically, let A and B are any two rational numbers if A plus B is again or is also a rational number, then the rational number set follows closure property under addition or with respect to addition. Children, we need to know this definition for the subtraction, whether this closure property under subtraction is it true or false. I asked you to do it on your own by taking various examples. Now, here I am considering children under subtraction. Then this definition or this closure property under subtraction changes a bit in this sentence. What are the changes? Let A and B are any two rational numbers. This remains as it is. If instead of A plus B, what is supposed to come? Since it is subtraction operation, now we will have A minus B is also a rational number. Then the rational number set follows the closure property. Now the change is, since it is subtraction, under subtraction. So, with a little change, we got the definition for closure property under subtraction. Now, example, how this example changes. Let 2 by 3 and 1 by 2, any two numbers you can take. This symbol is epsilon symbol. Epsilon means it is read as belongs to. Belongs to means these two numbers are part of rational numbers. That is what it means. So, 2 by 3 and 1 by 2 both are rational numbers. If I do the subtraction operation between them. What do we call subtraction operation? Giving us the result. The result when we do after subtraction operation arrived would be called as difference. Here after doing subtraction operation, that is LCM 6, this 3 in 6 for 4 times, sorry 2 times, that 2 multiplied here gives 2 2s are 4, this 2 in 6 for 3 times, that 3 multiplied here gives 3. So, the operation between them is minus 4 minus 3, which is equals to 1 upon 6. Is this is again a rational number? Yes, it is again rational number. So, we are using the same symbol of epsilon, which is nothing but belongs to. So, 1 by 6 also belongs to rational number set. So, how do we in general tell the closure property? If the difference of any two rational numbers, we call this as difference. If the difference of any two rational numbers is again the rational number, if the difference of any two rational numbers is again the rational number, then the rational number set follows the closure property under subtraction operation. This is how we simple change the definition of closure property under addition, bring it for subtraction. Now, I am asking you to take this definition in general, how would be for addition as well as for subtraction. Okay, just a minute. నేను అక్కడ పోతా ఇప్పుడు జనరలైజ్డ్ చేసి చెప్పేసి Hi children, now we are going to see the generalization of closure property under addition as well as we will see for subtraction also. See, this is the generalized statement. You need to know both mathematical statement as well as generalized statement. The generalized statement tells us that sum of any two rational numbers is again a rational number, then the rational number set is said to follow or follows closure property under addition. Example I took differently, minus 5 by 7 as well as 2 by 5, both belongs to rational number set, that means they are rational numbers. If I do operation of addition, that is doing addition operation, same procedure, 7 5, their LCM is 35, 7 in 5 for 5 times, 5 is multiplied to the numerator here, minus 5 into 5 is minus 25. So, since it is negative number, we will put it within bracket. So, since operation is addition, we have to take plus sign. 5 in 35 for 7 times, that 7 multiplies to this numerator 2, 7 2s are 14, and we got at last minus 25 plus 14 giving us minus 11 upon 35. Is this is again a rational number or not? Obviously, it is a rational number. You know the definition of rational number. Therefore, rational number set contains the sum of all the rational numbers. All the means any two rational numbers. Rational number set contains sum of the any two rational numbers. Therefore, rational number set follows closure property under addition. This is the generalized definition. Now, we will go for generalized definition, closure property under subtraction. What are the changes that we have to bring here? First one, if the here itself change, what I have to do? I have to bring the word difference. Here I have to bring the word difference. If the difference of any two rational numbers is again a rational number, then the rational number set is said to follow closure property, said to follow the closure property, said to follow the closure property under, again little changes come here, that is under subtraction. Now children, in example only the difference is I have to take instead of addition subtraction. Since that subtraction operation, we will do the subtraction. Now minus 25 and minus 14, their resultant is minus 39. So that is it. Now both the definitions for closure property under addition as well as under subtraction, mathematically generalized way, both the ways you have learnt it. Now we will take the rest of the operations, closure property under multiplication, closure property under division, and we will sum it up this today. Children, now we will learn for closure property under multiplication, we will learn for multiplication. So closure property under multiplication, little changes that I will make it again, so that you remember the crux of the definition in one way. So mathematically closure property under multiplication goes like this: let a and b are any two rational numbers. Under multiplication, so here I will take if a into b. Normally in algebra we prefer not writing into sign to show multiplication, we prefer of writing with a dot. Choice is yours since you are in 8th standard. So a into b, which tells us the product. Let a and b are any two rational numbers. If a into b is also a rational number, then the rational number set follows the closure property under here. Since the operation is multiplication, that multiplication will come under multiplication. Okay children, now again here in the example what are the changes? 2 by 3 and 1 by 2 both belongs to rational number set. Okay, then since you know I am wiping it out here, and 2 by 3 here instead of subtraction operation we will take now multiplication operation. So multiplication operation you know how to do for rational numbers: numerator into numerator, 2 ones are 2. Next, let me write properly: 2 ones are 2 upon 3 twos are 6. Children, we can simplify it further, that you know, since there is common factor for both 2 and 6, it is 1 upon 3. So 1 by 3 belongs to, it comes as it is, 1 by 3 belongs to rational number set. Therefore what we can say, if the product of any two rational numbers, if the product of, if the product of any two rational numbers is again a rational number, then the rational number set follows the closure property under multiplication. This is the simple definition of closure property under multiplication. Then comes to the generalized definition. You know, you have already learnt for addition as well as subtraction closure property. So, we will make little changes in that definition and write the closure property under multiplication. Children, now the generalized definition of closure property under multiplication. If the product of any two rational numbers is again rational number, then the rational number set is said to follow the closure property under multiplication. Here, what are the changes that we bring here? In example, let us take same example, minus 5 by 7 and 2 by 5 both are rational numbers, belongs to a rational number set. When I take product, the product means I have to take here this into sign. You know how to multiply, we can multiply in two ways, numerator and numerator, denominator and denominator, and finally that result can be simplified, or here itself we have got chance of simplifying by cancelling with the denominator of this multiplicand with the numerator of this multiplicand, 5 ones here, 5 minus ones. Therefore, minus 1 into 2 gives us minus 2, 7 ones gives 7. Therefore, this minus 2 by 7, is it again a rational number or not? Obviously, it is a rational number, knowing the definition of rational numbers. So, we finally conclude the product of any two rational numbers is again a rational number. Therefore, the rational number set follows closure property under multiplication. Now, finally, we have got under division. Children, now closure property under division. See children, this is very important, wherein which you have to remember one condition. Knowing that any number, let it be whole number or fraction or a rational number, when it is divided by 0, results infinity. Very important, this is infinity, uncountable, which I have already explained you. So, when any rational number divided by 0 gives infinity, this is one important condition children. Then another important condition, when 0 divided by any number, let it be any number, again non-zero number, when 0 divided by any non-zero number, results 0. This is one more condition. One more condition is when 0 divided by 0, it is, remember children, it is undefinable. So, spelling is UNDEFINABLE, undefinable. Children, now these are the three important conditions. 0 when it is divided by another 0 gives us undefinable. Undefinable means which we cannot say. We cannot say that it is infinity and we cannot say that it has 0 also. So, these three conditions you should remember. Knowing these three conditions, we have to go for defining closure property under division. See, if I take A as 0, then A by B gives me 0. Is 0 is again a rational number? Yes, obviously. So, 0 upon any number gives us 0, where 0 is again a rational number. Now, we have children, see, if 0 divided by any rational number comes, resulting 0 is again a definitely rational number. The problem comes when B, can it be 0? The question comes there. So, remember children, thinking that B should not be 0, we will proceed the definition. So, how we will say, let A and B are any two rational numbers provided B is not 0. So, that condition has to come, one thing. Or for your class 8 standard level, what we say, let A and B both are non-zero numbers, both are non-zero rational numbers. What is the meaning of non-zero rational numbers? That means possibility of A as well as B both being 0 condition also eliminates. So, neither numerator is 0 nor denominator is 0, since it is division operation I am saying. Okay. So, let A and B are any two non-zero rational numbers. With this important condition, we will proceed. Let A and B are any two non-zero rational numbers if A divided by B is also a rational number, then the rational number set follows the closure property under division. I am going wrong. V-I-S-I-O-N, D-I-V-I-S-I-O-N, division. So, this is the definition mathematically. What will be the changes in this example? These two are rational numbers, 2 by 3 divided by 1 by 2. You know how to find the division of rational numbers. I taught you in the previous session. So, 2 by 3, trick of changing the divisor into reciprocate form and finally getting multiplication operation. So, here 2 2s are 4, 3 1s are 3. So, 4 by 3 is again a rational number. So, therefore, rational number set follows the closure property under division. So, what will be the changes in generalized form? You have already written for under addition, under subtraction, under multiplication. Little changes you can watch. If the quotient, result of division is called quotient. If the quotient of any two non-zero rational numbers is again a rational number, then the rational number set follows the closure property under division. Okay, under division, that we will see here. See the changes here. First change, if the quotient, Q-U-O-T-I-E-E-N-T, if the quotient of any two, again the change here, any two non-zero. Okay children, if the quotient of any two non-zero, important here, if the quotient of any two non-zero rational numbers is again a rational number, then the rational number set is set to follow the closure property under, again simple change, division, under division. Here, what are the changes in examples? Here the changes in examples. Children, minus 5 by 7 as well as 2 by 5 both belongs to rational number set, means they are rational numbers. Minus 5 by 7 when it is divided by 2 by 5. Same knowledge of division of rational numbers. We will use minus 5 by 7 multiplied to reciprocal of divisor 2 by 5, that is 5 by 2. So, now the result is minus 5 into 5 minus 25 upon 7 into. So, the product minus 5 into 5 is minus 25 upon 7 2s are 14. This minus 25 by 14, is it again a rational number or not? You know that this belongs to rational number set. Therefore, the quotient of any two non-zero rational numbers is again a rational number. Therefore, rational number set follows the closure property under division, provided the two numbers taken are non-zero rational numbers. Children, with this closure property under addition, subtraction, multiplication, division for rational numbers is over. Now, we need to make a table, but I expect you to make a table on your own first, okay, and tomorrow I will start with the table for the closure property under these four operations for the whole number set, for the integer set, then for rational number set. So, what you have learnt in your previous class 7th standard for whole numbers and rational integers, and what you have learnt in this year for rational numbers, put together will form a table. So, you form a table which is there as an exercise work in your textbook on your own. Tomorrow I will give you the table, you cross check and we will proceed for the next property called commutative property. Thank you.